Morbid Facts, Part 618. Beloved by millions, Latina singer Selena was on the verge of global superstardom when cracks began to show behind the scenes of her fame. One of her most devoted fans, Yolanda Saldivar, had pushed her way into Selena's inner circle, first as president of her fan club, then as manager of her boutiques. But what began as genuine admiration eventually spiraled into obsession and control. Yolanda grew possessive, isolating Selena from others, and was soon suspected of embezzling money. In March of 1995, Selena met her at a Corpus Christi motel to retrieve crucial financial documents. Backed into a corner and fearing exposure, Yolanda pulled out a revolver and shot Selena in the back as she tried to leave. Selena managed to run nearly 400 feet to the lobby, leaving a trail of blood behind her before collapsing. With her final breath, she named her killer as Yolanda Saldivar, the woman who was once her biggest fan. Morbid Facts, Part 390. In 1990, Florida woman Marlene Warren opened her front door to a clown holding flowers and balloons. After handing Marlene the gifts, the clown suddenly pulled out a gun and shot the woman in the face in front of her son. The case went cold for the next 27 years until a hair found in the evidence was traced to a woman living in Tennessee who was running a restaurant with the victim's ex-husband. Apparently the two were having an affair months before the murder and eventually got married themselves when it seemed like they were in the clear. This photo shows Muhammad al-Margrati begging for his life just moments before he was publicly executed with an AK-47. The man was convicted of raping and killing a 3-year-old girl, prompting a harsh response from the court. The execution drew a crowd of thousands of onlookers, some perched up on telephone poles or watching from rooftops. The victim's father said that he smiled and was filled with relief and satisfaction as the killer was pumped full of bullets. Morbid Facts, Part 383. In 2007, Eddie Murphy got Mel B pregnant and refused to believe it was his child. He later took a blood test which confirmed he was the father, but he still wants nothing to do with his daughter. In total, Murphy has 10 kids with 5 different women. One of Franz Ferdinand's assassins failed to murder him because he didn't realize there was a 10-second delay on the grenade he threw. He then attempted to take his own life, but the cyanide pill he swallowed was expired and only made him vomit. He then proceeded to jump into a river but failed to drown himself because it was only 4 inches deep. He ended up dying in prison from an illness just 2 years later at the age of 21. In 2020, Russian father Vyacheslav Matrosov forced his best friend to dig his own grave and kill himself after he discovered the man had been sexually abusing his daughter. Vyacheslav was sentenced to 18 months in prison, but was freed after only 6 months due to a massive public outcry for his release.